Matic Polygon is an amazing project. Ethereum 2.0 layer 2 solution, speeding up the whole Ethereum blockchain, making it easier to do low gas fee transactions. Launchpads are now connecting with Polygon, so you're going to see more and more projects launching on Polygon as well. But we want to focus today on the technicals. What's the price action doing where we can make some good gains and minimize our downsides? Polygon's done really well for me this year. I actually entered it at 0.0256 and I rolled it up, sold a position and took out a few other positions in between. But now I'm waiting for the next setup. So today we're going to dive straight in. But before we do, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Help me, please help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I think we're on 260 today, maybe 280 now. And we've only been doing videos for maybe 5 weeks. So I want to get more traction. I want to get this content out. Please feel free to share it to your friends. If it gives them value, man, massive thumbs up. I appreciate that. But let's dive into Polygon. So I've got the line data on, closing day data, but as a line graph. Why? Because when you're looking at the macro picture, sometimes it's good just to look at the line graph. Why? Because it just eliminates the noise. Because often you can have wide bars. We had a recent really wide bar, and I'll show you on the daily chart, on the 4-hour chart on Polygon, which kind of skews the information. So we want to keep the information measuring the mass psychology of the market really, really clean. So what I'm seeing here is the weekly indicator. Let me just confirm. Yeah, it's bearish at the moment, so we want to be aware of that. The daily, however, is oversold, meaning when we see the blue line cross over the red line, which hasn't happened yet, they're literally even at the moment, they're literally touching. That tells us that's the first indication we should see some more upside movement. And look at these lows, how it marries up nicely with this momentum indicator, right? It marries up very nicely, very close. So this gives us valuable information. Now we've got some price and time targets, mainly the price. So it's come down to the 62% retracement. But I'm going to jump into the 4-hour chart because what I'm seeing here is a nice 1, 2, and there's an ABC here, and then a nice 1, 2 on a lesser degree. So let's see if we can get some valuable information on the 4-hour chart. So what are we seeing here? Now, again, the same information. This was the 1 and then the 2. Down here, we can get rid of this one. We don't need 2 of those. So this move here looks quite impulsive, as in it's really, really clean that it's going up aggressively. And this over here, because the waves are overlapping, it looks more corrective, right? And we're anticipating a wave 2 low. So what I'm going to wait for and be very, very patient for, and a part of the game of winning in trading is high probability setups. And we need to be patient. So I'm going to zoom right away in to this part here, because what I want to pay attention to is all these previous moves that have gone up on the upside. I would like to see a move greater in price and greater in time. Why? We will call that an overbalance in time and price. And that is the first strong indication. It's not guaranteed, but the strong indication is like an indicator signal that the momentum has changed, that the trend has changed from this correction wave 2 to potentially starting a wave 3 of wave 3, which is more often than not, the most impulsive wave where you can make the most profits. So let's just quickly measure it. Let's just get some visuals on this. Let's have a look. So the biggest time one is here, right? And that's the one we want to focus on. We can kind of even measure it against, if I can get this, against here, similar there. It's bigger than these. So we want to see a move that's bigger in price. So what's the price action over here? $1.70. So this is what I'm going to wait for, right? Because I want high probability setups. It's going to maximize the probability of making great gains and minimizing losses. So I want to see a move, ideally greater than this. It doesn't have to be by much. Most people can't tell if that's the reversal of the trend, but when you get pattern, price, time, and momentum, and a overbalance in time and price, they're like 5 things that's telling us there's a good chance that we're going to see much more upside movement. So we're going to see a bigger movement than this. It might only be by 20%. Wait for the first pullback, normally in 3 waves, typically more than 50%. And then if that occurs, look for a great buying opportunity in this position. And what do we anticipate? If I zoom back out, just so we have like a business plan for our projections, is we should expect what I'm anticipating, my second position is going to be to ride the wave to exceed this wave 1 high, and we'll make the projection in advance. And we're not projecting for the sake of projecting. We're projecting to make sure we're in the trend for as long as possible to capture the maximum profits, and we can get in quite early. Let's just assume this is the wave 2 low. And the main number that I want to see is, this is a 4-hour chart, is 1.618 and 2.618, right? And Polygon moves. When it moves, it moves. And the fundamentals are strong with Polygon, but we're looking at pure technicals, but there's a lot of hype around it as well, which does give extra confidence. But we don't need to know the information because the chart pattern tells us the confidence, right? So let's just see. So 1.618, there's 2 price targets. 1.618 is $5, $5.20 or $5.17. And then the 2.618, which is the typical maximum and the typical wave 3 targets, is $7.55. And today's price, what is today's price? $1.34, right? So we're looking at a nice, just based on the price action with no leverage, a 5x to a 7-8x, which is very, very healthy. So there you have it. You have some updated information on Polygon. Let's keep a really close eye on this. If you see it before I do, message me. Hey, say, Jagir, it looks like it's gone above, what do we say? $1.80. Well, in fact, let's do this. Let's do one better, right? Right, let's do this. If you haven't used TradingView before, I love TradingView. It's amazing. You can right click and you can say add alert, and then you can say send me an email, and I can write something like this: look for entry on ABC pullback. Right, so just in case I'm not at the computer and I'm not seeing it, I will now get an email. There should be a line that pops up. See this orange line here? Yep, that's now my 24/7 executive assistant. If the price of Matic goes above there, we can then set another price alert as well for when we want to look to enter the market on a daily chart or on an hourly chart. So there you have it. Polygon, amazing project, layer 2 solution for Ethereum. Loads of new projects are launching on Polygon. I can see that launch pads like who was it? I think was it Pogstar or was it Duckstarter, or there was one of the I can't remember which one it was. It was, I think it might be Duckstar. No, I need to double check. There's a new project launching and it's on Polygon. I can't quite remember what it was. It might be the one from CoinList. I need to double check. But the main thing is that we know that loads of projects are going to be launching on Polygon, which is going to give a lot more kind of hype in that space. But to be totally honest, we don't even need to know that. Why? Because when we're looking at Elliott Wave patterns and Fibonacci ratios, it factors all of that in, and the chart tells us a lot of information. So let's just really base our logical decisions on what's happening here. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you are watching other YouTubers, which I know you are and you should be, let me know what they are saying. You know, Jagir, what do you think of this coin? Because so-and-so says this. I want to hear your standpoint. Are you seeing it the same or are you seeing it differently? I want to kind of put it to the test, right? I want to put it to the test because I believe we're bringing some of the best technical analysis on the crypto space right now. We're early days. Like, subscribe. I would love to get to 1,000 followers before, where are we now? We're early June. So by the end of June, 1,000 followers would be amazing. So help me out and I'll help you out. All right, I'll see you soon. Oh, wait. I'm doing a new thing. Quote of the day. All right, in my book, I have a quote at the beginning of every chapter. Let's go for chapter 7's quote. This one's from Aristotle. Those that know, do. Those that understand, teach. Guess it means I must understand. See you soon.